Hello everybody. So just over 5 years ago I made a video entitled How to Use a Progress Bar in Visual Basic, and for some reason this video's got quite a lot of views, quite a lot of attention. People seem to like it, and honestly I don't know why, because in the video I don't talk, I don't explain anything, I just make a progress bar do something. So 5 years later I'm going to attempt to explain exactly how a progress bar works. So we've got a progress bar here on our Windows Form application. If we come over to Properties, where is it? We can have a look at the maximum and the minimum. Now imagine this as when the progress bar has nothing displayed, it's at its minimum value. When the progress bar is at its maximum, so it's all green, it's at its maximum value, which is in this case 100. So if we come down here to value and change it to 50, we'll press enter. As you can see up in the Windows Form application, that shows that the progress bar is 50 out of 100, meaning 50% filled in. Now we can make that 75%. Where's it gone? I've lost it. Oh, I'm not even... Okay, here we go. We can make that 75% by choosing 75. And if we put it up to 100, that is 100%. Now, what happens if we change the maximum value? So we change the maximum value to 200. 100 is half of that, so we should get, as you can see, 50% once again. That is the basics of how a progress bar is used. Now, obviously in a program you want to do this using code. So we're going to make a very simple button that slowly fills the progress bar up. And then when it's at its maximum, it will do something like display a message. So, where's my button? I haven't used Visual Studio in a long time, so forgive me if I'm slow. So we'll say button 1. We'll make the label start. And what shall we make it do when it's finished? No, we won't bother with that. We'll just make it display a message box when it's finished. So here's our progress bar, here's our button. So we double tap, I'm on an iPhone, am I? Okay, we double click the start button right here. This should take us to our code editor. So all we need to do now is tell the button to wait right there. I forgot something. To make the progress bar work, we're going to need to add a timer. If you're new to Visual Basic, and I'm guessing you are because you're watching this tutorial, timers are literally just used to keep track of time, as you'd imagine. They're a little bit hard to get the hang of, because where it says interval down here in behavior, this is the time it completes one cycle in milliseconds. So this time is going to count 100 is 1 second. So every second this time is going to complete a cycle. Okay, so we can leave that how it is. Now, if we double click on the start button again, we can say timer 1, which is on timer we've just made, dot start. That's going to start the timer ticking. Now, as the timer is running, we need to make it fill the progress bar up. So we'll double click on timer 1, and here we get back to our code view. So we'll say progress bar 1, which is the progress bar we added, that's the name of the progress bar, dot increment, and in brackets we'll put 1. So the increment means increase progress bar 1 by the amount that we've put in the brackets. So every second, because the timer completes a cycle every second, it will add 1 value to the progress bar. And as we know, there's a maximum of 100 values, and it starts at minimum of 0. So every second, it's going to add 1% to our progress bar. But that's quite slow. I'd rather speed this thing up. We'll put 10. It'll be a very quick progress bar, but there we go. So that'll add 10 to the progress bar. 10% every second. Now we have to code what we want the progress bar to do once it's 100%, once the progress bar is complete. So we'll say if progress bar 1 dot value is equal to 100, this means the progress bar is complete. We want to do timer 1 dot stop otherwise the timer's going to keep running and it's going to keep executing our code when we don't want it to. So we'll stop the timer and then we'll have to write what we want it to do. So we'll say MsgBox, I'm a message box. I'm very creative today. Alright, so that's that, and then we'll put else. Do nothing. In fact, we don't even need this else. So you could put it in. If you did keep it in, wouldn't do anything, but you could just, yeah, get rid of it. No need for it. So here we go. Now if we start and run our project, it should work exactly how we want it to work. So here's our form. We'll click the start button. As you can see, the progress bar very quickly filled up, and here's our message box at the end that says I'm a message box. This is what we wanted the progress bar to do. Let's see, if you wanted the progress bar to do something else, then code goes here. And that's pretty much it. I will be putting this code in the description of the video. It's very short. You should be able to just follow along, to be honest. But I'll leave it there in case you need it. Thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial was a lot easier to understand than my previous one.